Don Hodges here with another story that I call Live It. Now this happened about 7-8 years ago. I was at work and I was driving around in my car and I was listening to a Bible study on the radio, and a guy was talking about how he had started out teaching Bible studies at a nursing home, and eventually that led to starting a Bible study in his house, and then it grew, and now he's a pastor of a church. Well, anyhow, I was listening to this guy tell a story. I felt like the Lord impressed upon my heart to start. Maybe I should be thinking about teaching a Bible study in a nursing home. And I wasn't positive, but just something that I felt like maybe this is something the Lord has for me, as a ministry. Maybe I could find a nursing home close to work and could go at lunch a certain day a week or something like that. It'd be a chance for me to use that gift of teaching and also to, minister to people and have the Lord use me in a new way, maybe. So I didn't do anything about it. I just kind of had made a mental note of it, and which is risky business with my mind. But anyway, I made this mental note, and I think about 3 or 4 weeks later, at work, I was doing my schedule book, my appointment book, and it hit me that, hey, I had this thought about doing this nursing home Bible study, and I never did anything. I never called anybody, went anywhere, and I thought, I'm going to see, what's around me, and maybe I could find a place. So I realized I did a search on the internet. I found these nursing homes kind of close to me, and so there was this one really close to the office. So I thought, well, I'll head up there. It was only about less than a mile, I think, away. So I go over there, and I said, hey, I went in, and I said, I'm just looking for somebody who kind of runs the things here. I was just wondering if it'd be okay to come down here maybe once a week or something at lunchtime and teach a Bible study, and then just put on the bulletin board. Anybody that want to come could come. They said, we don't really need anybody. We've got a priest that's on staff that lives here, and he does masses and that kind of thing. And I said, well, this wouldn't be a service. It would be just a Bible study. And he said, no, we really don't think that's going to work. I said, there's another place across the street about a block down, 2 blocks down, called Coronado Care Center, and maybe you want to go over there, see what maybe they would like to have it. I said, okay. So I left, drove down to this other place, same story. I went inside and I said, hey, I don't know who it was that I was talking to, some kind of manager or something. And then they got a hold of somebody that was like the person that headed up their events, different, I think, fun things that the people do in the nursing home, like play games or whatever, or get wheeled around at high speed. No, I don't know. So anyway, I told her that, hey, here's what I'm thinking of doing, and I just wondered if it'd be okay to start coming here and just doing a Bible study. I go to a Calvary Chapel. It's just non-denominational kind of Bible study church. And she said, well, we really don't need somebody to come here and teach a Bible study so much, but what would really be helpful, because I had mentioned to her that I play piano on the worship team somewhere in the conversation. And she said, what I think would be a lot better is maybe you could just come at lunch, play the piano like for 20 minutes or half an hour during lunch, and then take the other half hour and just go around and talk to people. And I said, hey, that's a good idea. Okay, let's do that. And then we picked a day, and that was it. So I was set up to start coming down there once a week, play piano, and then walk around and talk to people. So I get back in my car, and I'm just kind of laughing to myself. I do that a lot. But I was driving back to the office, and I was kind of laughing. I was talking to the Lord, just saying, Lord, it's funny. Here I'm thinking I'm going to be teaching a Bible study and using this gift, but now I'm just going to be playing the piano and going around talking to people. And this is one of the few times in my life that I really felt like I heard an audible voice, not like out here, but in my head. Let's just say someone's told you something really important, and they said, whatever it was. And a week later, you're thinking about that time they said something to you. Maybe it was one sentence. And as you're remembering it, you can hear them in your head. You can hear them saying that sentence to you, as if they were there talking. You could hear it in your mind. That's what it was like. It was like I was driving, and I was saying, Lord, it's kind of funny. I'm thinking I was going to teach a Bible study, and here I'm just going to be playing the piano and walking around talking to people. And this is what I heard in my head. It was, I didn't want you to teach a Bible study. I wanted you to live a Bible study. Just like that. An end of sentence. And wow. I was like, whoa. Okay then. Because I had only had something like that happen to me a couple of times in my life, to actually just hear, kind of hear a voice in my head. And, right now I ought to be under psychiatric care, some of you may think, but no, this happens. If you're a believer, it could happen to you. So anyway, here I am, and I felt like the Lord just tell me, no, I don't want you to teach a Bible study. I want you to live a Bible study. And so that started a whole new adventure for me. I spent the next, I think, year and a half, 2 years, going down there every week, meeting these people. Pretty soon I get to know them. There was this one gal there that was just really in bad shape. She could barely see. And every time I came, she'd say, Ben, it's great to see you, Ben. I've missed you. And I think her husband's name was Ben, and it died or something. And so she was, I don't know if she was hallucinating or what, but I would always pray for her, I just hold her hand, pray for her. And I really believe God was using it. And I've always liked the name Ben. Okay, some a little strange. But anyway, that's another one of my stories that I think revolves around Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths, because I had no idea what was coming. I just kind of went with what I thought the Lord was putting on my heart. Sure enough, it ended up a year and a half of ministering to people and liking the name Ben. There you have it. God bless you.